Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on archive. If you listen to archive, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Thumbs up the video. Hit that notification button that way you're notified every time D-Style Boxing comes on live. The title of the video is Can Adrien Broner beat Manny Pacquiao? Now I could sit here and I can give you the obvious answer, which is of course, right? Um, I like the way people go. A lot of boxing fans do. I've done it too. So, but it's boxing. Anything can happen. I mean, it's two grown men in there throwing punches. Like, in that aspect, yes, of course, he has a shot. You know, saying Adrien Broner cannot win under any circumstances just isn't true. I just find it very unlikely to happen. Right? Can he win? Yes. Will he? No. Right? How about that? How about that one? Look. First of all, I'm amused with the things Adrien Broner gets credit for. Like it amuses me. All right. It honestly does. Some of you guys give Adrien Broner credit for some crazy shit. Right? I mean, some of you dudes, like, first of all, right? First of all, so I saw the weigh-in, right? This is boxing, right? It's a sport known for guys doing 8 miles of road work, running 8 miles every morning, getting up at 5 a.m. and eating, healthy shit, and nowadays drinking special shakes and the whole nine, and running and hitting mitts and jumping rope and hitting the speed bag, the punching bag, I mean, just it's crazy. They even do weights now and stuff. It's boxing, right? When you think of boxing, like, it's a lot of people will tell you, oh, if you want to lose weight, man, boxing is a great workout. The reason I'm saying this is because you actually have individuals out here praising Broner because he made weight and because he looks in great shape, right? Oh man, AB, it's what I'm talking about. Like he's in shape. Oh man, he's in trouble. AB's in shape. Oh, AB made weight. Ooh, Manny, you're in trouble, Manny. Like, what? What is this? This is the only generation ever that praises a dude because he's in shape and he made weight. No other generation in the history of boxing gives this amount of credit to somebody for doing something that they're already supposed to do. You're a professional boxer. You're supposed to come in shape. You're supposed to make weight. That's just a given. That's not, you don't get extra credit for that. You don't get praise for that. You don't get credit for that. I saw, who was it? I saw in the comment section, one of the 7-8 videos. Good uploader. I love his videos. I love his content, but Quest X, I can't believe my eyes. Broner's in shape. Like, really? Look. I think that tells you a lot about Adrien Broner. I think that's what that does. Like nobody said, "Oh my God, Manny Pacquiao's in shape and he made weight." Like no, nobody said that. Nobody said that ever. All right? This is a generation of boxing fans that celebrates when a fighter makes weight. Like, ooh, he made weight. Oh, his opponent's in trouble now. Why? Because he made weight? Because he's a professional boxer and he got in shape. You're supposed to be in shape. It's boxing. What are you going to do next? Are you going to go to your lawyer's office and see his plaque on the wall? Ooh. You got a law degree. Wow. You went to law school and you passed. Man, that's awesome. What are you going to do next? Man, the mailman, he put my mail in my mailbox. Man, unbelievable. What are you going to do next? What's going on over here? What's going on? Are we serious? Are we being serious here, Boxing Nation? Are we being serious? Are we seriously going to praise Adrien Broner because he made weight and because he looks in great shape? No. You're supposed to do that. You get no credit for that. Okay? That's it. Let's talk about the fight. Well, actually, before we even get to that, Adrien Broner acting like a clown, man. Like, that's what he's doing. At the press conference, like he's been doing this anti-media stuff. The reality is Adrien Broner doesn't like where he is right now, right? 1 minute he's getting mad because the fight doesn't have as much, press and hype as Mayweather Pacquiao does. All right. So he's got sand, where, because, it's not getting as much publicity. Another minute, he doesn't want to do anything to do with the media and he's anti-media, right? 1 minute, he's tired of Mayweather's name coming up. Another minute, he's saying it's an honor to be mentioned with Mayweather. 1 minute, I mean, it's a clown show. Then he acts like a clown when it comes to Al Bernstein. He was asked a question, and instead of just answering the question, and he wants press, right? When you say things, the media writes it down, and they write articles about it. They do videos about it, right? But you don't want to say anything. You'll rather just say, I don't fuck with you, is what he said at a press conference, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, he could say what he wanted. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Calling Al Bernstein a bitch ass, what, and this, that, and the third. Like, what is that? You got people praising him. Yeah, you tell them. Look, just because you guys have opinions about what Al Bernstein has said or not said in commentary and stuff like that, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, to take stuff personal, it's crazy. But at the end of the day, that was just uncalled for. All right. And it's whatever at this point. Okay. It's whatever at this point. I don't believe Al Bernstein deserved that. That wasn't cool. There's nothing cool about that. It's Adrien Broner. I think he knows how important this fight is, though. And I think he believes this is his coming out party. I think he believes that with this win, he's going to become like a big mega star, like Mayweather. And that's what his aspirations are. Like, that. I think he's feeling the pressure. I think he's isolating himself from a lot of the media, and he picks and chooses which media outlets he talks to, and this, that, and the third. That I know of, he hasn't given any specific example or any quote of Al Bernstein that shows why he had to be so disrespectful like that, right? I haven't seen anything. If anybody has anything, you're more than welcome to present me with these things, but whatever. But tonight's the night. Like, at the end of the day, what was said at the press conferences or not said at the press conferences, doesn't matter, right? The way he looked a month ago or how he looked at the weigh-in, at the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao and Adrien Broner are going to get in the ring tonight in just a couple of hours. And we're going to find out right away what type of fight this is going to be. right away. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? His job's to go in there and fight. Their job is. I think Manny Pacquiao's going to beat Adrien Broner. I think the fight's going to start a little slow. I do. I don't think Pacquiao's going to be as aggressive as he says he's going to be. At least not early in the fight. Not for the first 2-3 rounds. It's going to be a chess match, a boxing fight in the first few rounds. Pacquiao's going to throw some left hands, and whether they land or they don't, or partially land, Broner's going to be shaking his head. Remember these, I'll tell you this, okay? Adrien Broner's going to be shaking his head and doing stuff like that. Adrien Broner does this really annoying. Let me give you an example. Mayweather would block punches and shake his head, right? And when somebody would punch him, he would actually smile, right? He acknowledged it. Adrien Broner almost tries to mimic that. The only problem is that he gets hit or partially hit, and he shakes his head like it didn't happen. Instead of taking the time to try to, throw another punch, he spends that time shaking his head. But anyway, I guarantee you, Broner will be doing a lot of shaking of his head, and I do think Manny's going to start with some 1-2s, and it's going to be a pretty slow match for a round or two, maybe even 3 rounds. But by the second, fourth of the fight, like the fourth round, the second, fourth, nobody ever calls it that. Okay. Right. By the fourth round, I think you're going to see some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Manny, and I think that's going to overwhelm Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner is really good at defensively when someone just throws a 1-2 at him, right? He's really good, even a 3 occasionally. But anyone who could place punches together with the footwork that Manny Pacquiao has is going to give Adrien Broner a lot of trouble. Okay, a lot of trouble. I even predict that Manny Pacquiao's hook is going to be a factor in this fight, right? I do think he's going to land some pretty good hooks on Adrien Broner. See, when Adrien, he is going to fight with his mitts up. He's not going to be fighting, right, with the shell defense. It's not going to happen. No reason for that to happen. Please don't do that, okay? But that's what you're going to see, all right? I think a lot of Manny's punches are going to hit the gloves. It's going to be designed that way. He's going to want Broner to be shelled up, okay, with his hands up. Okay, he's going to have a tight guard. He wants to keep Manny's going to be throwing. By the fourth round, you'll see he'll start throwing punches and bunches, and that's the punch output from Adrien Broner is going to drastically decrease. You're not going to see a lot of punch output from Broner. He's going to be busy, with his guard up, right? And with Manny coming in and out, it's going to be very difficult for Broner to counter him, right? Broner's not going to be successful in countering Manny Pacquiao in this fight. Broner doesn't have, or doesn't show anyway, the footwork capability to give Manny Pacquiao any problems in that capacity, right? Where Adrien will find success, all right, is with his right hand, right? Because Manny's a sucker for right hands. All right, that's just the truth. I think he needs to focus on punches down the pipe. I think he'll have success that way. He will have success. Manny is not known for having the best defense. His offense is his defense, per se. It is going to bring down the output of Broner. A lot of people are going to be upset after the fight. They're going to come out and they're going to say things like, if only he let his hands go, he would have won. I just don't get it with this guy. Why doesn't he let his hands go? Right? Um, with him keeping his guard up, right? Like there's real simple things people do to Broner, right? That prevent him from throwing his hands, right? It's not that he's just made a decision to lose and not throw his hands, okay? For example, Paulie Malignaggi was throwing, okay, a jab to the body of Broner. It wasn't designed to hurt Broner or anything like that. Of course, if it landed, right? It still land, but that kept Broner's hands down, right? And instead of throwing punches, he was too focused on that jab coming to the body, right? It also opened him up upstairs. Now, Manny's going to have a little bit. He's a different fighter than Malignaggi, although a much better fighter than Malignaggi, right? And if you remember, Malignaggi had a lot of success when he put punches and bunches, right? I've always hated that term, but people know what I mean when I say that. Manny's going to put those shots together. Manny's not known for being a great body puncher, but he will occasionally throw to the body. If he does this in this fight, it'll be a much easier night for him. Much easier night. I don't see Broner throwing punches in between Manny's punches. For example, I could see Manny throwing a 1-2 and then Broner coming back with something of his own, right? I could see Broner beating Manny to the punch. I think that's where he'll have most of his success, right? When he's first. He has to be first in this fight. But in the line of fire, like Broner is not a in the line of fire counterpuncher. He's not. It's not in him. I've seen enough Adrien Broner fights to know this. Broner is kind of like, different fighter, but in terms of how he operates in the ring, very similar to like an Arthur Abraham, right? He's either defensive mode all the way and then offensive mode all the way, right? It's kind of like a switch that goes on and off constantly throughout the fight. That's Adrien Broner. The reason guys like Marquez, gave Manny problems is because he could counter in the line of fire. Also, Marquez would take some punches. I mean, he took a lot of punishment to land those right hands on Manny. I don't see Broner doing that. He just doesn't operate that way, right? Broner's defensively responsible in terms of not wanting to get hit, which is a good thing, obviously, right? But he can't do it in the line of fire, right? Broner can't, like you'll never see Broner, parry a jab and then come back with a count. Like you really don't see those things from Broner. Not saying he's not capable of it, but it's not something consistent that you see from him, right? You'll never see him like, Manny throw a 1-2 and then bam, counters him and then makes Manny miss the next punch. I just don't see that, right? I may be surprised, we'll see, but I don't see it happening, right? Broner's going to have to adjust to Manny's footwork, that coming in and out a lot. And so he it's going to be hard to sit. It's hard to sit on your punches and hit Manny, right? That's just a hard thing to do. I think he has to let Manny come to him, catch Manny when Manny's coming in. And of course, if he could land if Broner could land a good hook or straight, like right on Manny's chin, it's not out of the question that he could knock this guy out. Okay. Like I'll be surprised, but not shocked if Broner knocks out Manny Pacquiao, right? It's not like, it's not hard for me to believe that Manny Pacquiao could get knocked out, right? I just don't think it's going to happen in this fight, right? I think the fight's going to become pretty one-sided by the 6th round. All right? It's going to be pretty one-sided by the 6th round. I think Broner's going to find himself in a place where he just doesn't know what to do. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, these punches are coming, right? He can anticipate the first 1, 2, 3, but those 4, 5, 6s, he's going to have a hard time with that. And he's going to start to back away when Manny throws punches. It's going to become less eventful, the fight, right? And I think Broner's just going to survive, the last 5-6 rounds, all right? That's what I believe. That's how I think the fight's going to go. That's how D-Style sees this fight. I believe it'll start with boxing. I think Manny's going to keep it to 1-2-3s in the first 2-3 rounds. Maybe a couple flurries here and there, but he's going to pick up the pace, right? He's going to pick up the pace. I think he's going to do it so he doesn't get caught cold in the first, second round and stuff like that, warm up a little bit, and then he'll start the attack. And I think that should be the game plan. The game plan should be to start slow, box Broner, even if Broner wins those rounds, but to then start picking up the pace, and let Broner know, okay, now we're going to another level. Are you going to keep up with me? Okay, now we're going to take it up another notch. You're going to keep up with me. Keep rising that level, and see if Broner can keep up. So we will see. I mean, I'm sure Broner's camp has their game plan. I think the game plan is to catch Manny with a counter, hurt Manny, and drop him, maybe knock him out. I think I don't see Broner winning a decision in this fight. I can tell you that right now. All right, so we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Manny Pacquiao, unanimous decision. Broner probably wins 2-3, maybe even 4 rounds even. But that's what I got. Let's read these comments. Somebody said, no, Broner cannot win. Jay Will said, I want him to, but hell no, LOL. Borders production, yeah, if he boxes. I don't know. I think he could do whatever he wants. I'm glad everybody's praising Broner for being in shape and all this and that, because once he loses, I don't want to hear excuses. Psycho Boxing fan, what's up, D-Style? Greetings from Houston. AB is not going to do anything different, man. He's going to get in there, fight the same way, eat shots all night, trying to pot shot. He's going to get beat down. Arcal saying, leave AB alone, man. I talk boxing in this channel. There's a boxing fight tonight. All right, Cincinnati in the building. What up? Joe Lopez says, are you going to pay for the fight? I'm not. $75 kind of expensive to watch Broner fight, or anybody. Ja says, I don't know what's going to happen. I like Manny as a person and AB because he is from the city. Manny probably going to win. Well, maybe it'll be a good fight. JC Boxing, I think Broner has to try and walk Manny down. He can't outbox him. When is the undercard? I'm not sure. Black Sea's he's not an exchanger. No, he's not. AJ10, be the title of the video, can he? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. All right. Black Caesar says, overhand right can drop Manny. Broner has the power, but Broner isn't active enough to win on points or technical enough to time Manny coming in. Black Caesar says he does have a strong chin. Yeah, Broner can take a punch, man. All right. He's also shown a lot of heart in many of his fights. But you don't understand. He's doing it for the hood. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay, the fight is not pay-per-view worthy. No, it's not. Black Fight Fan TV with a super chat, $10. Thank you very much, man. That's much appreciated. He says, thank you for the content, D-Style. Texas up this hole. There you go. It's all about Texas, right? By the way, tomorrow, having a big cookout, nice big Texas-sized steaks, because that's how we do it here in Texas. You got to get some wrapped up and shipped out to send to 78 because, I always get depressed when I see 78 grilling and I see the little steaks. They're like little baby, like I don't know what's with these steaks over there in Wisconsin. I don't know. But anyway, back on topic. All right. Well, there you go, guys. All right. There you go. By the way, I'm in a win-win in this fight. All right. I know a lot of people are going to come like after the fight. Let's say Broner wins, right? Ha, D-Style, you were wrong. Ha, ha, ha. You don't know shit. Shut down your channel. Blah, blah, blah. Right. That's cool. All right. If Adrien Broner wins, I deserve to eat crow. I get it. Okay. I don't care about that. Right. I'll be the first one to come on here and say, well, I was wrong. Right. But hear me. Okay. I'm not going to be wrong. That's similar. When am I wrong? Like, let's, you know, it's rare that I'm wrong, right? It's rare. My batting average is really good. You guys know it's good, right? Sure. Great guys at bat, you know, strike out once in a while. It happens. A pitcher gets lucky once in a blue moon. They get lucky, right? I get it. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. It's cool. However, right? I won't be wrong here. I will hit that home run. And here's the thing. I'm in a win-win regardless. One, if my prediction is right, it's right. Two, if I'm wrong, then I get to laugh at all the Pacquiaos because they're still around. It's not like they don't exist anymore. All right? I know a lot of you think like well, you think I've joined you all of a sudden. No. It's the bad blood still there. Okay, it's still there, right? Sure, you jumped down and moved on and with other fighters now, but you're still around. I remember all those Manny Pacquiao's the greatest ever videos and all that bullshit. I remember all that. I haven't forgotten you guys. All right. So Manny Pacquiao loses to Adrien Broner. All right. I'm gonna have a field day. All right. I'm gonna have a field day. Shit, I was wrong about the fourth Manny Pacquiao Marcus fight. But I celebrated that fight. I celebrated the shit out of that fight. I still celebrate that fight. Every anniversary of that fight, every year, D-Style, okay, has a shot of tequila. Okay. All right. I give a shout out to Marquez every year. If Adrien Broner knocks out Manny Pacquiao, I will be the biggest Adrien Broner fan tonight. Okay. And I will address the Pacquiaos, okay, which I have not forgotten. I will address you accordingly, right? And you know, when I address you guys, I know you guys still don't like me. I know you kind of linger on sometimes, hoping I change my mind. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to have a field day with you guys, right? And you're going to have to deal with it for the rest of your lives. Right. Anyway, so you see what I did. I'm always in a win-win. This style's always in a win-win. I don't give a shit. I'm not telling you guys what I want to see happen. You know what I want? I want a great fight. I want to see a fight of the year candidate tonight because I'm a boxing fan and I want to see the best possible fucking fights. I want to be entertained. Okay. I want round 110. All right. And while they're walking back to their corners, I want to hear Maxima's voice. Okay. Lingering in my head. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? And then I want to say yes. Okay. So what do I want? I want a fight of the year. I don't give a shit who wins. Right. I'm not going to hold back on my real thoughts on Broner. I'm not going to hold back on my thoughts on anybody. But I'm here to help make you guys money. All right? You listen to these style, you're going to win money. How many times have I told you guys this? All right? And I will be addressing Amir Khan fans either tomorrow or Monday, but you will be addressed. All right? Not just Amir Khan fans. I need to address boxing fans that believe this fight's going to be close with Crawford. You guys need to be addressed. All right? This is a problem. I cannot allow people to walk around thinking the fight's going to be close. That fight's going to be one-sided. Crawford's going to beat his ass. There's no way a pattern predictable fighter, right, that does the same thing over and over for 80% of the fight, it's going to give Crawford a tough fight. It's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. I cannot allow people to walk around believing this is nonsense. All right? When it comes to boxing, right? I'm for the sweet science of boxing. I'm not for this religion shit, right? When it comes to boxing, I don't mix religion with the sweet science. If you guys want to believe in Amir Khan and believe in your hearts and have faith in Amir Khan, then you go do that. But I'm telling you right now that he's going to get his ass beat. All right? No, but he has fast hands, they tell him. I know I'm already talking about another fight now, but it has to be addressed. I'm going to walk around telling me, right, that if Khan, okay, first of all, let's not even bring up the whole if he had a chin. He doesn't have a chin. Like, why even talk about whether he had a chin or not? Right? So that's already, like, he's already starting, you know, if this was a 100-meter dash, Amir Khan's already starting 100 meters behind Crawford, right? Because he doesn't have a chin. And you guys talking about how it's going to be a close race. Oh, but I believe in Khan. And, oh, Khan, you know, looked good in this fight and that fight. We looked good against Malignaggi. Against Malignaggi. Well, yeah, he looked good against Malignaggi. Malignaggi couldn't even crack Amir Khan's chin. Malignaggi couldn't. man. If Malignaggi punched an egg, okay, he would crack his knuckle, right? And you're telling me how he looked good against Malignaggi. Come on now, all right? Look, Khan's a good fighter, okay? But there's levels to boxing, all right? There's different levels to this. Crawford is a whole nother. He's a T8000, okay? Like it's not even close. Either Ring IQ or computers, okay? Crawford is an iPhone X. Amir Khan is those Apple computers from the 90s. This is not a close contest. All right? All right? Crawford just has a faster processor. Crawford could make decisions in a millisecond. Khan cannot. Right? No, but because the thing is, Khan, you know, he can give Crawford trouble. Like, no, he can't. No, he can't. He's not going to give Crawford no trouble, right? No trouble, not today, not tomorrow. It's not going to happen. Listen to the style, okay? Make money, okay? Listen to what I say. Make yourself some money. Don't you guys like money? You like feria? You don't like moolah? Listen to what I say. Make yourself some money. Crawford's going to beat his ass. Don't put money on Khan. Oh, Khan, the odds are good. The odds. If you're going to be betting money on Khan, okay, you might as well just flush your money down the toilet, okay? But that's what you're doing. I'm going to come around and talk about, oh, Broner, I can't believe he flushed his money down the toilet, but then he turn around and bet on Khan, right? Betting on Khan should be considered like a scam, right? Like it should be illegal. You know, as far as betting on Khan to beat Crawford, it's anyone who's accepting those payments is committing fraud. All right, this is unbelievable. If I hear one more video saying, "Oh, Khan's going to give Crawford all types of problems," like what? The fight's going to come constantly land like a couple jabs and a couple right hands. They're going to see, he hit him a couple times. Well, everybody gets hit. You know, even in dominating performances, guys still got hit like 50 times in the fight. Okay, but it doesn't mean that he's going to give him problems. What do you mean? Is it like Crawford's going to have fits? Like he's going to be losing like for 4 straight rounds, and he's going to turn like no. All right. And then listen to what you guys are saying. Oh no, this is a close fight. It's a good fight, but all of you are picking Crawford, right? Oh, Khan has a much better shot. He has a really good shot to win this fight, but then you pick Crawford in the end, right? You're telling me out of all the uploaders and all the people posting, everyone says it's close, and Khan has an excellent chance of winning, right? But none of them pick Khan to win. That doesn't even make sense. If you're giving Khan like a 30, 40% chance of winning, even a 20% chance, then at least 2 or 3 out of 10 people should be picking Khan to win. But I'm not seeing that. That's because you know, first of all, you already know Crawford's going to win, right? And if I hear one more person say, oh, but if the only reason Crawford's going to beat him is because he has a terrible chin, Khan does. No, that's not the only reason he's going to beat him because he's a better fighter, right? He's going to beat his ass because he's a better fighter. That's it, all right? If Khan had Rocky Balboa's chin, he would still lose this fight. He would just take a beating for 12 rounds. They'd probably stop the fight, all right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the chin is irrelevant. The chin is just like a just extra. Like, that's all it is. I mean, Khan's chin is like starting a football game, 14-0 before the first whistle starts. Like it's just the reality is you can't, you just can't. It's like Crawford is starting with a point spread of 21, and it's a better football team. Like seriously. Let's read some of these comments. If Broner wins, he isn't the type to hide from a challenge. He would probably take on other champions. Well, that is true. John McClane, the Hood, is not supporting a minstrel clown. Broner has been given chances like Zabjuda has, but blows him every time. Look for Manny to kill Broner in the middle rounds. I don't know if he's going to KO. You know what I mean? The Matisse fight aside, I mean, when has Pacquiao been KOing dudes? So, Broner, I mean, I think it's going to go a distance. I don't think he's going to knock out Broner. But we'll see. Broner will be hurt and start to clown like always, try to save face and be utterly open to unseen shots. Well, we'll see. AJ10, I won't be surprised if Broner gets a late knockdown, and Broner fans go crazy. If he started like this, he would have won. There's always something that happens in a Broner fight that makes people say, if he only did that, if only like it's not like, he's making the decision to not throw punches so he can lose. It's not a decision he's making. He's in the ring and he's trying to figure out where to place these punches, and he just doesn't process it fast enough. That's just the truth, guys. All right? Well, what other way do you want me to say this? Right? And he's trying to process this while somebody's throwing it. And with somebody like Manny, he's going to take even more time to process things. And those small windows of opportunities, like, in football, they have a term called threading the needle when it comes to a quarterback, right? Peyton Manning was good at threading the needle, right? Well, the reality is in boxing is very similar. Your punch placement is very important. And in this high level of boxing, okay, it's the windows are just shorter, right? The windows of opportunity, they're not there as much. That's why, when he was a prospect, he was letting his hands go, and because the targets were easier, right? Like what's easier to hit? Okay, a stationary target or a moving target? Like when he's shooting. What's his? Okay, I'm from Texas. All right, like I don't know. So I'm just saying, we shoot all the time. Okay, but anyway, well, it's Adrien Broner's not making any decisions. It's not like, okay, let me decide to throw more so I could win. That's not the way it works. It's not like he sees openings the whole time and he just decides, I'm not going to throw punches. That's not what's happening. He's trying to process the moving fighter in front of him, the punches they're throwing at him, trying to be defensive, so he doesn't get hit, obviously. And doing this in the line of fire. And when he finally can process, here's an opening, and he throws some punches, it just takes him more time than it does other fighters, right? He's not a Crawford. He's not. Even a Spence, he's not. So maybe in a later round, finally, after like 7-8 rounds, he starts seeing the same pattern that was there since the first round, but he's now barely processing it, right? So he's starting to throw more, and then his fans are like, well, he should have done that from the beginning. Well, he was trying, right? It's kind of like on a Rubiks Cube, right? Like you're trying to figure out the Rubiks Cube. You've seen those videos of those like Japanese kids that do two, like they do two at the same time, or they do it while they're juggling and all this other. That's insane, by the way, right? How the hell are you solving 3 Rubik's Cubes while you're juggling them in the air? I mean, that's insane. All right, that is insane. All right, but anyway, so while you're juggling these Rubik's Cubes, but anyway, the Rubik's Cube, right? It's like what people do with Broner is he finally figures out the Rubik's Cube, right? It's already like the 11th, 12th round, but he finally figures it out. And when they see all the colors on each side, they're like, oh, see, why didn't you do that from the very beginning? Well, he was trying to figure it out. Not every fighter's like Mayweather where after 2-3 rounds, they kind of figure out what you're doing already, right? Not every fighter's like that. Adrien Broner's trying to process what his opponent is doing, right? And he's trying to process when to place his punches. He just has a difficult time doing that. His ring IQ just isn't that high. That's just the truth. Let's read some more of these comments. Have you guys seen that, by the way? That Japanese kid is like juggling the Rubik's Cubes and like, and then putting them together in the same colors at the same time. It's solving them at the same time. It's insane. John McClane, this time, I'm sorry you're not going to see a good fight, that you're going to see a Broner grabbing and running with complaint. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Khan can use speed against Crawford. Yeah, he can. Sure. Here's the thing with speed, right? Now you can get a car, right? The thing is, have you guys ever seen like Tokyo Drift, that Fast and the Furious movie? Have you guys seen it? Khan is just like he's fast, but he has one gear. Like, you know what I mean? So Khan can't drift in the boxing ring, if you catch my drift. Okay. So what Khan's going to find is in those sharp turns, when it's going too fast, it's going to crash, right? In other words, Crawford's going to time him, and the speeding ain't going to mean shit. Okay. Because Crawford is drifting in that square circle. Okay. This is, it's just the way it is. So yes, Khan has speed. So does Crawford. Crawford's not like a turtle and shit. So Khan does have faster hands, in fairness. But I think Crawford can handle Khan's speed better than Khan can handle Crawford's speed. At the end of the day, that's what matters. Right? Anybody got a link to the fight? I got no links. All right. Fucking already Pacquiao versus Broner fight tonight, says Kamel AB stands no shot. Or no chance, he said, but no shot. Kamel says no shot. Nothing. Damn. All right, let's see. AJ10 says Khan is a good B plus level fighter, and sometimes B. Sometimes not. Sometimes doesn't even have the plus, right? But Khan got caught by fucking Joel Diaz, all right, and dropped a career lightweight, right? Constantly getting caught. You're telling me Crawford's gonna have a hard time catching Khan? Get the hell out of here. Okay, Khan stands no chance. He's cashing out, says Kim Laws. I agree. JC Boxing, Khan sold his career away against Canelo. Tact. Khan versus Crawford will be a good fight, but you must be crazy to pay for it. JC Boxing, is Khan even a top 10 welterweight? Manny Gatillo, how much is Pac versus Broner pay-per-view? I heard it's 75. AJ10, Khan could win the first 2 rounds until Crawford figures out Khan pattern and it's over. I agree. Manny Gatillo, I'm sorry. What the hell? Call him Manny Pacquiao. Manny Gatillo, my grandma has a better chance to beat Crawford, and she's been dead for 10 years. Khan's chin is not so bad as people say. It's the fact that he's a front runner. He's getting careless in second half of fights. Well, that is part of it. I do agree with that. That's a large part. One of the reasons Crawford's going to beat his ass. But he does have a bad chin. Let's not, get carried away now. Kimala's love him or hate him. Maybe takes tough fights. I agree. Age of 10. Who would you take in their prime? Ortiz versus Broner. Man, that's a good fight, actually. In their prime. I don't know. That fight might be like the Peterson fight. It might be one of those close to call fights. I'm not sure. Haplotype said he can't beat Manny Pacquiao. Pac is taking Broner's dumbass belt tonight. All right. Haplotype, Khan versus Crawford will be entertaining for about 4 rounds. Wait a minute. Broner has a belt? Like, what's going on here? Like, I didn't even know Broner had a belt. What do you mean Broner has a belt? Will Magic Man, salute. Great breakdowns of the fighters. This is good listening. What's going on, man? Anyways, guys, take a moment right now. Thumbs up the video. I do want to thank everybody to join me tonight. I do got to roll now. All right? I do got to roll. I got to go. I got to roll out. All right? The win-miss punch by Crawford will knock out Khan. He has a dumbass belt for being a biggest dumbass. Well, we'll see. So I still don't know if he has an actual sanctioning belt or if you're just saying he's the king of the dumbasses. But it would have shocked me if he had a belt. It is boxing, right? But maybe the WBC will make a special like clown of boxing belt for him or something, right? With that said, guys, it's D-Style. I'm out. Peace.